NBA2k Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Taking a look at the Lakers, the first half of the season has not been kind to them. Unfortunately, with their play lately, they're not exactly giving off the vibe that they're ready to turn things around. And here we go, toe-to-toe, two of the most formidable front courts in the NBA. Shaq, tonight, how do you see this battle of the bigs being played out?
Well, it's not checkers. It'll definitely be a chess match in the terms of rotations, substitutions. Each team will try to establish itself very, very early.
I thought maybe it'd be a lot more physical than a chess match.
Oh, chess can be physical. You didn't watch Bobby Fischer? You still miss him.
Forgot which shoes I had. Hope those are right. Yeah, there we go. Match the uniform a little better.
This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Looking at the last game for the Cleveland Cavaliers, it was a win against the Trailblazers in Portland. And they put it all together in that game. It added up to a phenomenal win.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
And what stood out to me, Greg, was the aggressiveness. I mean, it seemed like they just were eager to get it done, wanted it a tad more than the other team.
So Cleveland will get the first possession. For a young player, Clark, it's adjusting to the speed of the NBA and the length of the schedule. So how do you power through that rookie wall? How do you survive that?
Well, there's no magic formula, Kevin. You just have to stay the course because it comes in different times for different players. For me, it was after about 60 games. I was a starter playing 34, 35 minutes a game. So it was a combination of fatigue and just getting used to 2.5 times more games than I ever played in my career. So you fight through it, stay with your habits, stay with your preparation, and eventually you find your legs.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The young pair of Ingram and Randall are at the forwards. McCaw is out there with ball, and it's Lopez in at the center position. Here is Love, following the three by the Lakers. Thomas's shot is off. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Here's McCall. He's coming off a 16-point game against Milwaukee.
And he'll take that. The nice, easy mid-range jumper, first bucket of the day.
The defense just gave him that one, and you talk about starting on a high note. Didn't seem to respect his mid-range J there.
Used the screen and took it all the way.
And I tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game, and he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
Ball kicks to Randall. Pass to Lopez. He feeds it to Ingram. Lopez sets a screen for Ingram. Clock at 6. And stolen by LeBron. And here's the fast break. Wells leading the way. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And the story of that game was their terrific rhythm on the offensive end.
Yeah, I thought they were terrific at getting the ball moved. Played so well together that night. Really shared the ball and looked for each other at a high level.
Now, here's Wells. Playing Portland, he was nearly unstoppable. James kicks to Thomas. Floats it up for James. 5 on the clock. McCaw, the pass to Ingram. 16 feet away, and that's good for 2.
And Ingram hits these mid-range jumpers, guys, in his sleep. I mean, the defenses can't allow him to get going from there. That's his sweet spot.
James against Lopez. Over Lopez. And that one's good by LeBron. James has got his second bucket of the night.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
The shot's good.
Stuff behind him.
Well there, Brook Lopez showing his vision and willingness as a passer.
There's the pick from deep. James gets hauled in by Los Angeles.
Hey, you know, I have no idea how he missed that one. When there's no defense around, he's usually automatic from there.
Here's Ingram, and the baseline jumper, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Guys are looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Hey, Wells is simply an offensive machine, and he's really confident shooting off the catch.
Here's McCall. He has 5. Hit by Randall. Ball with a wide open look. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Now it's over David Aldridge, who was able to talk with head coach Luke Walton.
Well, Kevin, they have a specific approach to tonight's game. He told me they have to get the ball into the paint as much as possible and take advantage of what they believe is a big inch for them inside. We'll see if they're right about that tonight. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Hit by Randall. Here's Ingram. Keeps it alive, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
Hey, Brook Lopez getting after it. He is one of the better offensive rebounders in the game.
Outside Thomas. It's a pick by Love, and they call an illegal screen here.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
It was very close, and I wouldn't mind letting them play on that one. It wasn't blatant by any means.
Now, here's Ball. He had 19 points in the win against Milwaukee.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates, and they just couldn't figure out how to defend him.
Offensive rebound, garbage man. Boom, he jams it straight.
Well, there goes my shooting percentage.
Offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
And the Lakers breathe a sigh of relief this summer, retaining their lottery pick that had a greater than 50-50 chance of falling to the 76ers.
And you know what, Kevin? That's a huge boost for the franchise, drafting Lonzo Ball. They kept their pick. That means they will lose their 2018 pick. No upside to losing games this season. They're going all in.
Pick by Randall. Ball kicks to Randall. In the corner, it's Ingram. Lopez a screen. Jumper off the screen, and the Lakers tack on 2 more.
And you can see just how great Ingram is once the screen is set. Extremely confident in these kinds of situations.
It's a pick by Love. They grab their own miss. Garbage man.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
Here's McCall. He's got 5. They set the pick. Rando dishes to Lopez. Lopez a screen. Ingram kicks to Lopez. A putback.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. They're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well.
Double-double, not even out of the first quarter.
He's checked in for Cleveland. Rose comes in for Thomas, and then for Los Angeles. Ernie Nance is checked in for Julius Randle. Norman Powell comes in for Ingram, and it's Caldwell Pope in for McCall. Now here's Caldwell Pope. He picked up 12 points in their last one against Milwaukee. It's Powell on the wing from downtown, and a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Garbage man's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's LeBron. Lopez with the block.
Lopez showing off the length there to get to that shot.
Now here's Powell. James covered, and it's blocked. Outside Rose. James outside. Over Lopez. He shoots again, and yep, the way is good that time from Garbage Man. Garbage Man's got 13.
And not hard to see why you're giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Lopez a screen. They need this. It's over.
What am I doing?
Los Angeles with another miss. The Cavaliers leading by 7. A baseline J, and once more he gets it. Another bucket from Garbage Man. He's got 15.
But as he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter, he's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Ball. Looking for his first basket still in this one.
They've been sensational on the backcourt to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Rose with the ball. Now guarded by Ball. Crowder the pass to James. Again, James missing.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Ball. Caldwell Pope pushes to Nance. Here's Ball. Hands it from downtown. Ball's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Yeah, you know, it's a quirky release. There's no denying that. But he's a reliable shooter and scorer from the perimeter. Lonzo Ball making it happen.
The offensive rebound, and he goes in for the dunk.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Good work there as it goes.
And we're seeing a little more of this from KCP, working that in-between area, trying to improve his efficiency.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Thompson comes in for LeBron. And Smith subbed in for Wells. Caldwell Pope for 3. Another miss by Caldwell Pope. Cleveland leading by 6. To the middle. Here's Crowder. One up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening. And when you look at Jay
for my
Crowder,
shot.
he kind of bridges that gap between role player / star player. The numbers might not wow you, but his tough play at both ends of the court is extremely valuable.
Here's Rose, following the basket by Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Screen by Smith. To the inside, garbage man. Good for his ninth make in just 12 shots.
Out of the first quarter, I've got almost 20 points.
Shooting.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
And Greg, wouldn't you agree? Crowder clearly one of the best in the NBA in defending.
Without question. I mean, this guy guards 3 positions every night. And the combination of strength, quick feet, and then the quick hands make him a problem.
Now Crowder, after the missed 3 from Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Over in the corner, Rose. Passes it to garbage man. Yes, it's Rose with the assist that time. And now it's a 10-point Cleveland lead. In Los Angeles, guys, shooting to start out.
Dominating.
About 43%. Nams a screen. Here's Ball. Uses the glass to finish the lane. Ball's got 5 now.
Man, he's got great speed, Ball does, Kevin. This guy is really good at finding ways to slither through the defense.
Now here's Crowder, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. A screen from Thompson. Caldwell-Pope. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. All for 3. The Cavaliers pull it in. Outside Rose. The dish to Crowder. Fires from 18. No good that time.
Cannot give him that much room for mid-range. They got to feel lucky he didn't knock that one down.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Cavaliers lead by 8. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
Man, this is a hot start. I don't think I've ever had this hot of a
And of
start.
course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous leadership.
Putting all the pressure on me to be.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James. It's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers leading by 9, taking a look at the Lakers. Angle is the 4 with Lopez in the middle. All out there with Norman Powell. And it's
Horrible last
in
year.
the small forward position. Here's LeBron. And
There you go, Abby.
bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. LeBron's got 4 this quarter.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let-up. Killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Garbage man in the last game against the Trailblazers was all business. He scored 35 points and, as always, was at the defensive end as well. He blocked a lot of shots. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
Well, Greg, you know where I'm going. He was a stat sheet stuffer in that game. Did a little bit of everything and did it all well.
Lopez against Thomas. Floats one, and it's good on the way up. Thomas got the lead up to 11 now for the Cavs.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Randall passes to Ingram. Dishes the ball. 6 to shoot. Here's Powell. It's deflected.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Kick by Randall. Powell with it. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
I'm not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Thomas kicks to LeBron. The pass to Garbage Man. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That's on Brook Lopez. The Cavaliers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
And Clark, as you watch the game at both the college and pro levels over the years, what has been the biggest change for you in your view of that?
Well, you know what, Kevin? There are a couple of things. The athleticism, the real emphasis on training and strengthening the core, meaning from your kneecaps to your sternum. The work that's done to train the hamstrings and quads and glutes and that core area as a place of power, as your center of power, is one of the significant changes I've seen, not just in basketball, but all sports. And it's benefited the athletes greatly and the overall athleticism.
Strong.
And then from a playing standpoint or on the floor standpoint, I think the three-point shot. I think that's been the biggest dramatic change in the game. Tell you what, Kevin, it would be helpful if he would start to contribute a little more on offense, because when he's missing, it makes it really hard for this team.
Here's Love, and that one's on target from the wing. Now, here's Ball. He's got 5. The feed to Ingram. To the paint, here's Randall. Oh, that's blocked. Team's outside. Here is Garbage Man. Lopez covering, kept alive, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Kevin and Greg, hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound. Boy, Lopez hunkered down and anchored in on that pick.
Pass to Garbage Man. They set the pick. Love dishes to Thomas. Here's Garbage Man, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Powell the pass the ball. Lopez a screen.
Ah, shit.
Feeds it to Randall. Lopez. Great positioning on the putback.
Watch out now. Lopez crashing in to put it home.
Thomas kicks to Love. LeBron a screen on Randall. Back to Thomas. Pocket 6. Wells in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And that's 10 points for Shabby Wells.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
For better or worse, and it looks like the latter. I mean, those threes not really falling yet.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. There's a screen. Picked by Randall. Here's Ball. And it's off from three-point range. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Cavaliers ahead. They lead by 18. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Coach, what have you liked about your team's performance so far?
I like our physicality. I thought we came out and started the game physical. That set the tone for us early.
Well, we'll see if they can keep it up, T. Lou. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there was a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. We're seeing a tremendous game from Garbage Man.
Yeah, and the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play, that's impressive.
And you know what, Greg? He's showing no signs of slowing down now. This game has been all him, and he's been a force.
LeBron and Love are the deadly forward pair. Wells is out there with Isaiah Thomas, and it's Garbage Man in at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Lakers trail by 18. Here's McCall. Kicks it to Randall. There's a good screen. Pass the ball. And Ball slams it in.
Lonzo Ball, pretty impressive athlete, I mean. Bouncing off the ground for that slam, impressive.
And Randall, a dominant rebounder, but, you know, Clark, can he man that center position for stretches, do you think?
I don't know, Kevin. He's a little undersized, but he has the motor, he's got the timing and strength, just not the length. He's not a natural rim protector. And sometimes effort can overcome your weaknesses.
Ball dishes to Ingram. Lopez a screen. Shot off the screen. It's deflected.
Nice.
Thomas, he has 6. He dishes it to James. But they'll get another chance. Garbage Man, the pass to Wells. Love, count it from 12. Love's got his second basket of the game.
And Wells is just an unselfish guy, willing to give the ball up if one of his teammates is open. That's the way the game should be played.
Pass to Ingram, a 3-ball. A rebound by Garbage Man.
Oh, it's surprising that he clunked that one. I mean, especially since the defense was nowhere to be found.
Thomas kicks to James. And the pass to Garbage Man. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Brook Lopez.
You know, Love is, as we've seen, a solid passer for a big man. Great at breaking down the defense and firing the pass to an open teammate.
The Cavaliers shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Nance comes in for Julius Randle, and it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Ingram. And more than ever, we see great passers at the 4 and 5 positions in the NBA. Clark, who do you think are some of the better big men passing in the league right now?
Well, there are a number of guys that fall into that category. I love Marc Gasol out of Memphis. I mean, this guy has a nice touch shooting it and passing the ball, good feel for the game. Blake Griffin, highly skilled as a passer, particularly facing the basket. Really makes it tough for the defense. So those two guys, Draymond Green, you'd have to throw into that group as well. Nice big man passer. I mean, even David West, although a role player, David can find open teammates as well as any big guy.
Caldwell-Pope against LeBron. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And Thomas has it in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got his 5th assist in this one.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Guys, Tristan Thompson has one of the longest consecutive games played streaks in NBA history. He said, the mind's a powerful thing. And if you tell your brain everything is all right, you'd be surprised on the stuff you can achieve. We have the mental toughness to push through our limits. That's how you become great and test yourself as a player. Kevin?
Well, David, Thompson's certainly a mentally strong player. Always nice to have someone you can rely on night in and night out. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Ball. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
The dish to James. Thomas a screen. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. With this break, we have a chance to break down where the assist has been coming from tonight between the front and back court for the Cavaliers.
And the bigs tonight have been the table setters. in terms of their ability to pass the basketball. That's freed the guards to roam off the ball, and everyone's getting easier looks because of it.
J.R. Smith's checked in for Wells. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And it's Dang in the corner. Traps in the tray.
And when Ball has the ball, it's in good hands. He can run the offense, no doubt.
A screen from Thompson. LeBron dishes to Thompson. Thomas, so an open look. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And 12 points for Isaiah Thomas.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to McCaw. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. Goes up again, and Nance with the layup. Nance has got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, I like watching him get after it on the glass now, staying active. Usually that leads to good things.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Ball sets a screen for Nance. Dishes to Caldwell Pope. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
Interrupted it.
Now some of the best in the NBA right here. Top scorers, efficiency-wise. And you look at Garbage Man, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
He is a finisher, plain and simple. That field goal percentage just absolutely jumps out at you. It borders on astonishing.
Screen by Smith. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. Another shot. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
Ball, the pass to Kuzma. And here is Ball. 7 points in the game. In the corner, Nance with it. Shot clock at 6. Nance sets a screen for Dang. The Cavaliers pull it in. And here's Cleveland. They're on a 16-7 run. Outside Thomas. They set the pick. Smith for three. Here's Garbage Man. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul.
You know, Kevin, you can't be pretty, though, with those second chance opportunities. I mean, just put it in the basket.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Rose is checked in. Passes it to Garbage Man. Back to Rose. Thompson, a screen on Nance. Here's Rose. No good. Shot missing. And the Lakers going the other way now. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. Caldwell Pope passes to Kuzma. He kicks it to Nance. Over Thompson. Not enough on that one as it misses. Cavaliers have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. Stolen by Ball. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. Count that one. Ball's got 9 points.
And in transition, Ball is a problem. Quick decision maker who knows exactly where to go to get fast break opportunities.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment.
I tell you, he's beating up the defense in this quarter, going right at him and scoring in a variety of ways.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Clark, as an analyst, do you feel you view the game drastically different from when you were in your playing days in college and the NBA?
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I really do, because I've benefited from the different coaches we've had a chance to visit with over the years, and that's added to my perspective. And you tend to look at things differently when you're playing. I was always a student of the game, but clearly I think I've become a lot more analytical as an analyst, if that makes any sense.
Yes. And Nance kicks to Caldwell Pope. A three-pointer is right on target. He has 7.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
Outside Crowder. They set the pick. To the middle. Foul on the play, that's to count, so it'll be a three-point play chance.
Boy, I like how fast, how quickly he went up with the shot, realizing that his man had no chance.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
But they're rebounding. They've given themselves a lot of second chances, and it's really helped them.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Wells is checked in for Cleveland. Lakers have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. On the wing, Nance. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Ball. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
You know, Ball, despite the quirkiness of the shot, he does have a quick release, so you got to know he's a threat to score whenever he has it in his hands.
And there's the pass to Garbage Man. There's the triple. Wells' shot is good. Wells has got 13.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here. Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
There's the screen. Here's Ball. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Cleveland's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Pass to Garbage Man. Kuzma pulls it in.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Ball dishes to Dang. Nance a screen. Dang goes in, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Let's look at the stats for Garbage Man. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. First in rebounding, first in block, and he's a devastating finisher on the inside. The best field goal percentage.
I have no idea if he made that or not.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds, what a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Zizic is checked in. Norman Bowles checked in for the Lakers. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Rose passes to Crowder. Passes it to Garbage Man. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Damn it. Just look the opposite way.
Here's Powell. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Rose with the ball. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. To the wing right side. Here is Garbage Man. The rebound by Nance. Nance has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Powell kicks the ball. Nance a screen on Rose. Nance outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Larry Nance Jr. is still a 3-time NBA All-Star. Larry Nance, and both of them known for their big-time dunking ability.
Well, you know what I like to say, Kevin? You can't run away from the DNA. His father was the NBA's first dunk contest champion, and Junior has some highlight reel dunks of his own, especially that one everybody perhaps saw over Brooke Lopez. What a punch. You got to D him up better than that. I mean, when he's got a smaller guy on him inside, that's dinner. barbecue chicken. That sounds good. I love that.
Nope.
Brooke Lopez is checked in for Larry Nance. Ingram kicks the ball. Launches it. The shot, no good. And Cleveland will come the other way. Here's Garbage Man. Banked in off the glass. Garbage Man's got 43 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Ingram kicks the ball. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Ball's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Outside Crowder. Rose passes to Garbage Man. Yes, it's Rose with the assist that time. 45 points for Garbage Man.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Randall dishes to Ingram. Again, the Lakers.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Rose kicks to Crowder. The pass to Garbage Man. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his third rebound on the night. Ball, the pass to Lopez. He feeds it the ball. Lopez a screen. Now here's Ingram. 18 points for him. 4 on the shot clock. It's the putback. Now Crowder. Pass to Zizic. Here's Rose. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back to the action after this word.
Not too shabby. When you have almost 20 points in the first quarter, it's kind of hard not to have a hell of a game.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Zizic. Garbage Man comes in for Crowder. And Thomas subbed in for Rose. Nancy's checked in for the Lakers. Hall comes in for Norman Powell. So for the Lakers right now, Ingram and Nance are your small and power forwards. All out there with McCall. And it's Randall at the pivot spot manning the middle.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint.
Guys, it's all about persistence on the offensive glass. You just can't ever give up on a play.
Ingram kicks to Randall. Clark, the idea of player loyalty has been a topic the last few years. From your view, do you think players have an obligation to stick with the team that drafted them if they can?
I'd like to see that happen.
There we go, B.
I'm a bit of a traditionalist, and personally, I think it's cool to see guys hang with the team that drafted them as long as they can move forward towards their aspirations and goals individually and as a team. I also never begrudge players that after a time decide they'd like to explore a different opportunity with a different team for whatever the reasons might be that drive that. But traditionally and personally, I like to see players be one-team players if all of the circumstances that lend itself to that being productive are in place.
And here is James to the paint, and the dunk by James.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
Nance dishes the ball. Now here's Ingram, covered by LeBron. Nance a screen for 3. Caldwell Pope. The rebound by Garbage Man.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got in the space he needed.
Tristan?
He bricked.
Loved the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
Handle with the ball. The feed the ball. Caldwell Pope outside. Over Wells. Another miss by Caldwell Pope. Cavaliers have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Time now for an injury report. Now let's check in with David Aldridge and see how Kevin Love's doing. David?
He told me that it appears as though he broke his toe on that play.
Ah,
Really
Kev,
into
come
the
on now.
season, and that is the last thing this team needed. And that's going to make things much harder for them down the road. Kevin?
I explain why Tristan's
David,
in.
thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Yeah, I'm with you there, guys. One thing we know is that he's not going to let it get him down. I mean, it'll only motivate him to work harder to get back as soon as possible.
Wells kicks to Thomas. Feeds to Thompson. He dishes it to LeBron. Here's Wells. Back to Thomas. Over Nance. Here's Garbage Man. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Rip that bitch down.
Havoc for the opponents the last 2 games.
Well, he's done it again right there on the offensive glass. I mean, it's a great stretch that he's having here, and boy, I really admire his
And slammed up by Ingram.
Hey, I know Ingram looks a little wispy and light, but his strength is deceptive.
Both teams will make substitutions. And that one falls for Ingram. And we just had one of the closer MVP races in recent memory. Clark, do you define the MVP as a player with the most impressive stats, or the best player on the best team, or somewhere in between?
Kevin, to me, the MVP is an individual award. Clearly, we play a team game in the NBA, and a team's performance is part of that, but it's a small part of it to me. An MVP performance is one that not only has consistent, high-level statistical production, influences winning at a good rate, but also stands out in the magnitude of the moments this player has over the course of the season. Those two things drive the needle for me as an MVP voter if I had such a vote. A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Pass to Hart. Here's a good screen. Ball kicks to Bryant. Passes to Kuzma. Over Rose. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Thompson outside. Thompson sets the pick for Rose. Terrific design on the pick hook. He lays it in.
And the defense tried to slow him down, but Rose just a handful when he gets around the rim.
Now the pass to Kuzma. Kicks to Dang. Out left to the wing. Lets it go. Kuzma can't get it to go.
Tell you what, Kevin, they will take that look every time. Limited defense, great shot. Just came up empty. You live with those.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Zizic is checked in for the Cavaliers.
Chance to reset.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Pass to Kuzma. It's deflected. Here is Garbage Man. Here's the screen. And Clark Mark, the topic of the need for league parity is something that's come up the last few years. Is that necessary for a healthy NBA?
I don't think so, Kevin. I mean, you can have it both ways. You can have tremendous popularity and success when you have a dominant team or two or three. And you can also have it when there's great competitive balance. Currently, we have a circumstance and situation where the league is top heavy in terms of championship contenders. But that won't last forever. And there will be a graduating back to a more competitive balance in time. So I think you enjoy the ride for what it is in the season and seasons that you have, whichever side of that coin you have.
And it comes off the front of the rim. And for the Lakers, they're shooting here in the fourth quarter around 41%. Hart. Los Angeles keeping it alive. Fresh 24. Got a piece of it. And he's able to get it back. And Lou Aldag gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game. Norman Powell checked in for the Lakers. Cleveland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Outside Rose. They set the screen over Bryant. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Here's Hart. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Kuzma. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. Kuzma's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious.
89.
Watched it.
And no, I haven't messed with the sliders.
Mismatch and a true show of strength for Cleveland.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And guys, being in opposite conferences, these teams only meet twice a year. And when it's been a while since you've seen a team like this, it always feels good to take that first game of the season series. That's what they've done here tonight against Los Angeles.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Garbage Man.
And, you know, he was really important today. Integral. Taking and making shots time and time again.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
And, you know, this is what's needed at this point in the game, Greg. The great teams know how to close it out.
Here's
Damn it.
Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
This is
Getting
not
greedy.
the team we've been watching for most of the night.
Hopefully they can ride this momentum into the next game because this one is done. Over. V-neck.
The shot's good from Garbage Man.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
They've got to be pleased with the effort they've seen so far tonight. Everybody pitching in for what looks to be a solid W.
And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one.
So my points per game back up.
DJ, great game. The guys back in the studio want to do an interview with you.
Nice.
I think that's a season high too. Maybe even a career.
Hey, what's up? This is Kenny. You look great out there in that win, and I believe you set a season high in scoring, young man. Is it fair to call this your most complete game?
Wow, Kenny, I did not know about that season high. Thank you.
You know, it felt good on the floor offensively, but I knew there were a few defensive positions where I could have been sharper. And really, I'm just happy to contribute to the team when I'm out on the floor, and I think I was able to do that tonight.
Well, you did a great job of it. Keep up the good work.